because I was just checking on you.
Hello, everyone.
What?
Fun Facts Friday.
And then my dad was like, "Why?"
Today we are talking about.
Okay, but you just came in there earlier making a bunch of noise and you woke her up from her
Talk
going down for a nap.
Hello.
So you're mad? Hey.
Hi.
Am I the first one? Am I the only one on? I didn't even know I was unmuted.
No, we're just starting. It's you. We have Miss Melba and myself, and we're going to show a picture of our other host, Sissy. She wanted to make herself and let you guys know that she is here. She will miss you guys today. She was having some technical difficulties, so she is with us in spirit.
Hey, hey.
And then we also have Miss Tanisha with us today. Hello.
Hi. Should I mute myself now?
You can mute and come back in when you want to.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. I was just asking.
Oh,
Is
okay.
this a muted or an unmuted situation?
No, you can stay unmuted. You can stay unmuted and join in the conversation. Yeah, no, you're fine.
Okay.
Yep. So today, hello everyone, and today is August 7th, 2020, and it is National Purple Heart Day, and also National Lighthouse Day.
Happy birthday.
And so for National Purple Heart Day, the Purple Heart, it honors the men and women who are of the Military Order of the Purple Heart. It is the oldest U.S. military honor still bestowed upon service members today. So this has been around for a long time. And then in 1944, the requirements limited the award to only those who have been wounded or killed in combat. So if you are actively serving in the military, you can't receive the Purple Heart unless you have been wounded in combat. Before, it was given to those who just did a significant thing in the military, but now it has been limited to only those who have been wounded or killed in combat. For National Lighthouse Day, National Lighthouse Day honors the beacon of light that for hundreds of years symbolized safety and security for ships and boats at sea. And so the lighthouse is usually a tall tower. It has the light to let the ships and boats know, hey, we're here, you're getting close to land or something, so that they will be safe as they approach. The lighthouses were once lit by open fire and candles, but now they are lit by electric or oil-fueled lamps. The oldest existing lighthouse in the United States is the Sandy Hook Lighthouse in New Jersey. It was built in 1764, and the lighthouse is still in operation. So those are our facts on what today is. If I could get our guests to unmute themselves. It's not letting me unmute you. You guys have muted yourselves. I would like for you to join in the conversation with me because today we've decided to talk about hair. Let's talk hair. And as you can see, I have my hair out today. Hair it could be a lot of different ways that people wear their hair. When you say, let's talk hair, a lot of times we think of just for women in their hair, but there's also men who have hair, and talking hair is something that can apply to both men and women. I looked up what is the oldest hairstyle. So we have some people will wear it out loose. They'll have the haircuts, twist. It's a lot of different hairstyles. Wigs, people wear wigs. But when I looked it up, it says the oldest hairstyle, and this is on myhairdressers.com. It said the oldest known depiction of hairstyling was hair braiding. And it symbolized, the hair braiding, which dates back over 30,000 years. Uh-oh. It's still showing. I tried to unmute. I see you're moving, but it shows you're muted. Okay, there you go.
No, I had unmuted and then you muted me back.
Oh, okay.
So braiding.
Yes,
Okay.
it's showing hair braiding, which dates back about 30,000 years. Now, I know that it has been said, well, this information shows back 30,000 years. I don't know how many years it is, but I know that it has been said that African Americans, when they braid their hair, that sometimes they were used as maps or for the slaves to follow pathways. And if you see pictures of cornrows and, excuse me, the lines and how they had different designs in it, that was the original reasoning for that was, okay, you follow this pathway. How true that is, I don't know, but I know that that has been a legend. They say a legend is said that. So I guess we wouldn't really know unless we asked someone that was actually back in that time. But it also, what?
Is it actually 30,000 or 3,000?
Probably 30.
I may have added another zero. When I take the notes, I might have added another, because 30,000 does seem like a long.
I'm like, yeah, are we even that old? Is the world even that old?
30,000 does seem like a lot. It might have been 3,000. I might have typed an extra zero because I was thinking when I read it, like 30,000 seems like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says from the time of the Roman Empire until the Middle Ages, most women grew their hair as long as they would naturally grow. So women, it was not really out against law, but it was against the common practice for women to cut their hair. And I know back in the day, even when you look at in the Bible, they say how Samson had his strength from his hair. And so hair has been known as a powerful thing. And when they say for women, they're referred to sometimes as their crown of glory because of the shape of your hair growing as a crown around your head. And so.
Yeah. And that's actually a scripture that speaks about that in the Bible. It talks about the hair being the crown of glory for the woman. And different people in different religious positions weren't to cut their hair, you know, and still have that in some places like the monks, they are not to have hair. You know, some people weren't to have hair either.
To have any hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can see where, how you say sometimes they don't cut their hair when you see they have the long beards and hair all along because they don't cut it. And I wonder if we think about some of us that cut our hair, if we never cut our hair, how long would our hair get if we had never cut our hair, you know, and just let it keep growing and growing?
Yeah.
Hi, Julia.
Hey. So chime in with that, Tanisha. If the hair isn't cut, because some stylists will say that you have to cut your ends in order for it to grow. You know, take the split ends off. So is that true?
So yes, you're supposed to trim your hair every 6 to 8 weeks. Now, usually what happens is if your hair do grow for a very long time, it'll just be very dead. It'll be just very dead on the end. So like it'll just be like, you know, your hair will split up and you know, it'll just be dead. Like even if you got a flat iron, you can usually tell between the good hair and then all that dead rough hair on the ends. And some people, you know, they don't get haircuts forever and then they need like inches of hair cut because it's just so like nasty on the bottom.
Okay.
So would the hair will it still keep growing and just the ends will be what's dead though?
Yeah, your hair
grows from your scalp.
What? It will. Your hair will keep growing.
Okay.
But when your hair is growing and then you never get a cut, you need so much cut off that you never trim it. Right. It's like, okay, your hair grew, but now you need all this dead ends cut. So it's kind of like, you know, it's just like you got short hair now because you didn't take care of it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But some people, they don't believe in haircuts. They don't believe in hair trims. And so it's just growing. And then when you finally do want to do something to it, sometimes people can't even work with their hair when it hasn't been trimmed.
Because it's so many split ends.
because of the split ends, because of the
Mhm.
bulbs on the end, because of your hair won't really
This
do
way.
nothing for you. People don't realize it until they get their hair trimmed. Like, oh my gosh, my hair looks better. It feels healthier. And then when it's,
Mhm.
like even for my daughter's hair, when I shampoo her hair, blow dry it and stuff, the ends just sometimes they just look real brittle, real dry. And after so much time, it's like, okay, we need to trim this because it needs to act right.
Right.
Mhm.
And for those who may not know, I want to introduce. This is Tanisha, and she is what is your official title? I was gonna say a stylist.
I'm
but
a licensed. I'm just Cosmo because I do
Cosmo.
everything. So I mean,
Okay.
except I don't do nails, but.
Okay, so when you say everything, what is your everything?
Well, I don't want to say I do everything, but it's like hair, skin, and nails is what
Okay.
cosmetologist is. You could do hair, skin. So I do hair, I do lashes, I do men, women. So I really don't do like facials. I can, but I don't.
Okay.
I can do nails, but I don't. So because I'm licensed to do it all, but I just mainly do hair, lashes, kids.
Cool.
And while we have you on, Tanisha, I remember there was a product that you made. Would you like to share what it was?
Body butter. So I was making body
Yes.
butter, and
Body butter.
you can use it for several things. I would use it for the hair.
Mhm.
I would use it for the skin, using good natural products that, it's not too harsh. So it's a moisturizer. And a lot of times when we go to the store, you look at the ingredients and there's all these different ingredients in it, when you can just kind of whip something up that's like natural, or something that's not so harsh for your body or your skin or your hair, and it'll do its job, and you can kind of be done. You don't have to spend all this money
Right.
on all these different products when you can kind of make once you do research, there's a lot of different things you can use body butter for.
Mhm.
But mainly, you just need a couple ingredients and whip it up really good, and you can have a nice whip of a good cream. And it can be a healing aid, it can be a butter for your skin, for your hair. Even putting it in your hair, it can, like, if you blow dried it in your hair, it'll make it really moisturizing, and it'll straighten it more. Some people don't want all that oil in their hair, but like for kids and stuff, it's really good.
Oh, okay. And can people get your product? Is it available for them to contact
As of
you?
right now,
or
I
are you doing
haven't
it?
made it in a long time, but I have been thinking about remaking it
Okay.
because, our skin, washing your hands so much, and this is why I was considering it, because
Right.
we've been washing our hands so much that
Yeah.
your hands
Yeah.
are like almost white.
Right.
And
Right.
to not have nothing to go back to, to get your hands back moisturized, I've been really considering ordering the product and get back remaking it, and so that people can start keeping their hands and their body moisturizing. But your hands right now is so in the water so much, and I use hot water, so sometimes my hand be feeling so dry, like they'll feel cracked.
Right.
So
That'd be
yeah,
That's good. Yeah.
So
I'll get back making it.
Can you share your Instagram ID or Facebook so that people can follow you or get in touch with you later on?
Yes, it's Unique Styles by T. So that's UNIQUESTYLESBY, the letter T. Unique Styles by T. And I'm on Instagram and I'm on Facebook. I'm mainly on Instagram but you can contact me on both platforms. You can contact me on Messenger, on Facebook. Yeah, so I'll be probably making it within the next couple weeks. I'm probably going to be making some orders here soon.
Cool.
And I'll get back to making it. And usually it's by request, so you can always hit me up. I can meet you. I could mail it, but it's easier if I just meet you and drop it off.
Okay.
And I have used the product, and I did like it. It felt really good on your skin. So if you need a cream or you need a body butter, check it out. It's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So another fun fact is about the crew cut. And this again came from myhairdressers.com. And it says the crew cut was originated in 1927. And it was when the Yale rowing team member, Jock Whitney, had his hair cut short and the rest of the crew adopted the look. And so that's how it became called the crew cut, because the whole rowing crew had the haircut, and it was to keep their hair out of their eyes so they weren't rowing and had to take their hands away off the rows to move their hair. And so that is how the crew cut came about. So that was interesting, is how we make up names for stuff, and we just make it up because it was the whole crew that got it. Had nothing really to do with the type of haircut it was just because it was
literally the crew.
Right, literally the crew.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we're gonna play a little game real quick. I have some items. It was funny but not funny. I was looking through some pictures for hairstyling tools, and I said, I don't remember using any of these tools. So I wanted to pull up some pictures of some hairstyling tools that I used to use, or I remember from when I was younger. And let's see if you guys remember some of these tools. Go to share my screen. So this is one. Who remembers these? Did anybody use the pink rollers?
Yep.
I
The fun rollers.
still use them.
You still use some of those?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep, pink rollers. We had these. I think this was like, they had a little comb on them so that it made your hair straighter too at the same time. I didn't like these because my hair seemed to get tangled up in it when I got ready to take them out.
Mhm.
Let's see. What about that?
Mm-hmm.
The press and comb. And this here, this even shows the evolution, like the ones on the left, where these were the ones that went on the stove.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that was that, as a little girl, hold your ear, you know, in the days of hairdressing. Then they turned into electric ones that had the cords attached to them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I think I had a couple more pictures.
I like the original ones though.
The ones on the stove versus the electric,
Mhm.
and why?
Well, yeah,
Why do you
that's what I
say
was
that?
gonna say.
I like them because they got hotter. I felt like as time went on, the ones that were plug-ins, they didn't get as hot, probably for safety reasons. When you put your hand, when you put the comb on the stove, most of the time, some people would burn you, or they would burn your hair out. It was so easy to burn your hair out.
I remember
about
that,
it.
You know,
that back at the edges always got burnt.
Miss Cotton. Miss
some
Cotton.
people, some people would never test it. You know, they would never put it on anything like you. If you have like a paper towel or something, you can see the
Right.
paper towel might turn brown or something. Some people don't have like a towel with like water on it, so that way you can kind of like cool it off. Some people would just put it right from the stove, right on your head, and boom,
Yeah.
it's just sizzling away.
Is it,
Because ain't nobody, you know, so people be in a rush. So if you know what you're doing, like I have a stove, and then if you get a hot comb, like if you have like your Marcel kit, you can have the hot comb with it, because a lot of people, believe it or not, was asking for press and comb, you know, styles like the press and comb, because they felt like it was better than a flat iron on the stove.
Yeah.
So people were asking for that, and it would be like, oh, well, can you press and comb it and then flat iron it? So it's almost like two services. But the press and comb, you put it in the stove as if you put it on your stove at home, and it can get so hot. But those plug-ins, you put it on 10 or 12 or 20, you know, it's like, okay, this ain't that hot, but it's safe.
It's only gonna go so high.
So hot.
Okay.
Exactly. It was safe for people, so that way they would prevent that burning people's heads off.
So I have a question, and Julia, this may be a question for you, because I see you have do you call them dreads or the sister locks?
They're micro locks.
Micro locks. Okay. And I remember when you first started them, they were really short. Your hair has really grown out. And now, just a question: in what made you transition to the locks versus having your hair where you had to do? Well, I don't know. Do you still have to do something to your hair every day?
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm pulling the thing.
I don't care what you need to yet. And you cook it.
You trying to whisper? We still hear you.
That's every time. I think they do that on
They
purpose.
do not want to give you your moment.
I got my hair because I liked it.
No.
Because I got it when I was pregnant with my 5th child. I'm a hair person. I've always kept my hair done, and I used to go to the hair shop once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, but with 5 kids, I can't once a week. So it was, and I work in a male-dominated industry, so I wanted a hairstyle that I could still be feminine,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
still keep my hair up. Then, and my family, as we get older, our hair thins. So I wanted something that was chemical free.
Mm.
So
Okay.
this was the option that I chose.
It works. It works for you. Like I said, it has
Yeah.
really grown. Yes.
Mhm.
And I know I've seen Julia. She has it up in different styles and twists and stuff. And yeah.
Mhm.
So is that something? Because I know sometimes when people think chemical free or they think, oh, I'm gonna go natural, they think, oh, you don't have to do anything to your hair or just let it go. And I know my natural, even this, I have to comb it.
More
You have to
work.
do so. Exactly. See, and that's how I look at it. That just because it's natural doesn't mean you don't have to do anything to it.
Right.
No, you
Yeah.
have to do more even because it'll dry out in its natural state. And like you were talking about, I was just watching something where a girl had her hair natural for years,
Mhm.
worked for a long time, and she had not had it trimmed. And when they finally straightened it, she didn't have a lot of breaks because she had a lot of hair. But but you could see on the ends where it was more, you could see through the ends, and so they trimmed it up to where it was to the health.
Right.
So you have to do a lot of moisturizing, I think, especially if you're out in the sun a lot. You have to, it's a lot of work. And then a product will work on your hair for a while, and then it'll stop working. And the price.
Mhm.
So, and then since people are doing less perms, it seems like they marked up the prices of all the natural products.
Yeah.
So,
And
then
a
it's
lot
not
of
even
companies.
savings. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just,
There are a lot of different choices, and like you said, sometimes a product can work for you. And we may mention some products on here, but if we're mentioning a product on our show, try it. It may or may not work for you, because some products may work for one person, but not for the next person. And like she said, sometimes it may work a little while, and then it'll stop working. You have to switch up and do something different. And speaking
You
of
know,
products,
sometimes with products, they change the product's ingredients. Did you know that?
They did what?
Didn't
Say
think
that
about
again.
Sometimes products, they change the product ingredients.
Oh,
And
okay.
sometimes that can come from product ingredient change, and it also can change when it comes to your body. Like, you know, sometimes people take medication or their body might change, and it can change the effects of their hair.
Didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Like, some people take medication or say they might be dehydrated. It's a lot of different things that can change for your hair when it comes to what you put in your body.
yeah, and water is big. I mean, water for your skin, for everything. Your water intake will change that up really quick.
Yep.
Just talking to somebody about that today, was like, water heals everything.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Water does. I mean, it'll even change the way you smell. You drink more water, less funky.
Yep.
Wow.
So I know, and Tanisha, you could chime in on this. I had asked another hairstylist if they were to give us 3 tips, because a lot of people are at home. The hairstylists are not able to work in their shops and do hair. And so a lot of us and a lot of you guys are doing things at home more. And so I asked for 3 tips that they would suggest for anyone who is for hair care at home. And so the first one they suggested, and this comes from Carmela, and she's with Sisters in Style in Vallejo. And she suggested no chemicals at home. Please do not use relaxer, permanent colors, and bleach, especially if you are going to do it. Do not do it on the same day. And she said that is like one thing that she sees the most is people maybe putting chemicals on their hair and leaving them on too long, or getting something too strong and not, or mixing chemicals, and that can truly cause damage to your hair.
Definitely do not color your hair and permanent in the same sitting. Definitely no.
Yeah.
Now, what about, because I know that I have seen some products on the shelf that say perm with color.
Yeah, all in one.
All in one.
You have? Wow.
Yes, and they I forget the brand, but yeah, it'll be like it is a perm with the color. It may not be a permanent color, like it'll wash away after so many washes, but I have seen some of those with a mixture in one.
And that's one of the reasons why people's hair be dry. That's why they got all these different things that's out, but you know, it's just like if I go to a professional store, I don't see that kind of stuff.
See,
you know, when they start putting stuff in the box and you know, skip this, skip that, you can do this, you can do that. People will be like, oh, I thought it was gonna come out brown and it came out really dark. I can't even see anything.
Yeah, I do hear that.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so it's like a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of money. You just might as well keep what you got and work with your natural hair.
Okay.
But I do recommend not buying stuff like that. It's just a no-go. Just don't do it.
Leave it to the professionals.
I think you should leave it to the professionals. I mean, you're in the house, so I mean, what's the point?
But you know what's going to
happen.
I think the problem is right now with the COVID-19, people are not able to get to some professionals. So they're at home.
Right.
And, you know, some people don't want anybody seeing them without
color. That's, yeah.
Well, you know what? Some professionals were doing, they were doing drive-bys. So like, say you have a stylist that, you know, colors your hair sometimes. You might have to, you know, have somebody at home, like if you mix the color up or something and you tell them what to do exactly, or you can try to do it yourself. And they were doing some drive-by pickups. So like some people who got blonde hair, for example, say they need their hair toned because they washed all their toner out, which means that say their hair is bleached blonde, and usually when your hair is bleached blonde, you know, you put a toner on it so it looks a certain way, and then say that washes out, and then now you need to retone it because the toner washed out. So people were like, okay, I need to tone my hair. I need to get some toner. So you got a stylist, you could say, hey, I need a touch up for my roots. You know, not saying that it's toner, but it's touch up for your roots. Right. And as far as permanent goes, some people you don't know what, some people don't even have permanent color, they have temporary color. So you could still talk to your professional and say, hey, is there any way that I can, you know, get some color so that I can maybe do it myself, even if I just did the front because ain't nobody seeing the back, whatever. Something that's going to help you if you're on Zoom at work all day long and you don't want nobody to see your roots. You know what I'm saying? But here's another thing that I had a client, she's just been wearing those turban looking head wraps, different colors and stuff like that. Giving her hair a break from all the chemical and all that stuff. So it's all about preference, and it's all about what people, you know, are comfortable with. If you're comfortable with wearing something like that, a wrap on your head is suitable for you, it's okay. You can wear some earrings and be good. But I do recommend staying away from the hair color and perm in one box. I do recommend staying away from that.
Okay. Another tip that she gave was the shampoo. Make sure you're still shampooing your hair, and shampooing and conditioning treatment sort of go together, but make sure just because you're at home that you're still cleaning your hair And especially if you use products in your hair, that you're shampooing it regularly so that you're not building up stuff and junk in your hair. And so, yeah, those were the other tips that she gave.
With that, talking about shampooing, can you shampoo too much?
Yes, some people can.
What would you consider
I
being
think every
too
other
much?
day.
How can
I
you
think
tell?
I think every other day is too much shampoo.
Now would that depend on the type of hair that you have? Because I have heard some people say, oh, I have to wash my hair every other day, or it starts getting too heavy, or it starts feeling greasy and it just feels dirty.
So I
you're
think this
gelling
also
it,
comes.
flicking it back.
I think that it sometimes comes down to the products you're using. If you're using some good products, like a good brand, then I think you should not have a problem with, shampooing your hair and it staying clean for a while. Now, I get it. A lot of people, hey, I'm working out, I'm sweating a lot,
Right.
I'm having issues with my hair. It's a stench to it, whatever. Now, sometimes I say some people feel like, and I've came down to the conclusion that just talking to different clients, I've come down to the conclusion that some people still feel dirty when they get in the shower and they don't shampoo their hair. That is one thing that I've come to the conclusion of, is that they realize that I don't feel clean if I don't shampoo my hair getting in the shower. I get
I get out. Is that people of color?
No. But you don't want to just brand one. But
Right.
I'm saying,
because traditionally we don't wash our hair. I mean,
Every day.
My hair wet when I was a kid in between getting my hair done. So that's not a mindset that we have. But I do remember the other kids coming to school with wet hair, and it was like, how's your hair? Yeah, and so
how come I can't do that?
Yeah, no, I better not get it wet.
Right.
Until my mama
right. And I think people of color, when it comes to shampooing your hair, it just depends on your lifestyle. Some people say you're working out at home and you're doing these workouts and you're sweating it up. Some people feel like, hey, maybe I need to shampoo my hair. But if you can go a couple days, I mean, I'm used to like, okay, every week, every 2 weeks, back in the day, people used to go to the shop every week to get their hair done. And so if you're managing your hair yourself and you're, trying to do your own hair at home, I say, if you can go a week, once a week or once every 2 weeks, something like in between that stage is, I think, not too much. I think if
that
you start
goes back to drinking water too. If you drink the water, it won't stink like that.
Yeah, it won't stink like that. And it's also what you eat too, because that comes out in your pores when you're sweating.
Yeah. And your age. Let's not forget your age. You don't even have to work out to sweat.
Start having those private summers.
Menopause.
Not even menopause. It's a little stage before that.
Well, thank you so much, Tanisha, for joining us.
I'm so glad you're in today.
Yes, and feel free to join us any Friday. We do want to share some things that are happening in our local community. Our local community is Fairfield, Vacaville, Vallejo. And before we share these things, if you do know of any events that are going on, please send them to us so that we can share them, promote it, pass the word. We definitely want to reach to the community. It's not just about us. We want to share information that can help. And this is one event that is happening this Saturday. And this is a backpack and reusable mask giveaway. It is being held at Bethel Community Church on Tabor Avenue. And it's free backpacks and reusable masks. So that definitely, there's information. It's 600 East Tabor Avenue in Fairfield. That is this Saturday, tomorrow, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then after you get your backpacks on Saturday, you are invited to Word of Faith Christian Center and P3 Academy. They're hosting a school supplies giveaway. So go Saturday to Bethel Community, pick up your backpacks, and then Sunday between 10:30 and 12:30, you can come and get some school supplies. I know there's tons of pencils and paper and backpacks and a lot of different school supplies, binders, and there are various books that you can get. And so feel free to come and get those items again that Saturday at Bethel Community, 600 Tabor Avenue in Fairfield, California. And Sunday is school supplies at Word of Faith Christian Center, 650 Parker Road in Fairfield, California.
Now, one thing before you go off, that flyer for Bethel,
Yes.
did it say that the children had to be present? I was trying to read it, and I thought at the bottom I saw that the children must be present.
Let me
Yeah, can you go back and pull it up?
Here's this one.
Yeah, down at the
It
bottom.
does say,
children must be present for
it does say
backpack.
children must be present for backpacks.
Right.
Okay.
So if you can't get one there, we do have some backpacks. Actually, we have a lot of backpacks. So
At the one on Sunday.
if you can't take your child with you on Saturday, you can come by and pick up a backpack too from here.
And this is the flyer for Sunday.
Right.
Yes. And your
Okay.
children don't have to be present. We do ask that you take, be mindful of picking up supplies that you need for your child so that we can serve as many people as possible. But your children do not have to be present with you. So
Not for this one.
not for this one. We have had some giveaways where we do ask that your child is present with you. But I will show the flyers one more time. We have Saturdays. I think I'll show it. There we go. We have Saturdays. Flyer is at Bethel from 10 to 12.
Mhm.
And then we also have Sunday from 10:30 to 12:30.
Do you know if the Bethel one's going to be a drive-by?
I don't know. I don't know much information. I just saw that it was something going on in our community. We want to make sure we share the word out to you. It does, here it does. It does say attendees may drive through or walk up to the
Or walk
location to
up.
receive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there it goes.
Right.
So yeah, and if you have a business, we said if you know of events in the community, pass the word, pass it to us, we'll share it. If you have a business or a product that you want to share, or even a suggested topic that you would like us to find some facts on or answer questions, please send it to us. You can email ladyajhoplock@gmail.com, or you can comment under one of the videos, and we will be sure to look up some facts. We do make sure that we share facts, not just opinions, or we will let you know this is what we think and not truly what we have found out. So that is our episode this week. Did you have anything else you want to say? Any of our guests today?
I did have something that I
Okay.
wanted to
Go
say.
ahead.
It was about hair, and I think
Okay.
it was
Uh-oh. Oh, she's
Oh,
thinking.
I thought we lost you.
I know, because all of us were sitting still. We're like, yes, what is it? What is it?
I was gonna say, to add to that important, do not please do not cut your hair. You know, there's people who are cutting their hair too when they're at home. Don't cut your hair. Don't cut your hair.
Oh, yeah, we hope not. We don't want you to do that. This is gonna make more work for the stylists once we get back and able to go back to the shops. They're gonna have more to repair.
Yeah. Some people are like, well, I'm gonna give
security.
myself some bangs and all.
Job security.
Yeah. So
All right.
I am going to
All
share
right.
a picture of our other co-host who is not here today,
Yeah.
Sissy Nail. And so,
We miss you, Sissy.
yes, we miss you. And that is our show. We will see you guys next Friday. Remember, every Friday at 6:30 p.m.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
join next week. All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Deuces.
Deuces.